Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Um, you hear a lot of people talking about going vegan mostly, but also going vegetarian. And a lot of them use health reasons, um, weight loss as a reason, cardiovascular health, high blood pressure, normalizing your blood pressure through eating a more plant based diet. This is not what an ethical vegetarian lifestyle is. Although I do get this, I do get the benefits of not eating meat, not eating a lot of animal protein products. But the main reason for me to be vegetarian is because of sentient life, animals. Another reason is because it simplifies my life. It further simplifies my life. My diet is simplified because I am not putting the corpses of dismembered, tortured animals in my body. I don't have their death and pain and bad karma rushing through my bloodstream, through the chemicals in my body. As I've said before, because I'm a Buddhist, I do believe very much in cause and effect. If I help promote the murder and torture of animals, then I am part of the problem. I am not part of the solution. Yesterday, I dealt with a couple of drunk idiots. Um, I had dropped something, and these guys, both together, like Beavis and Butthead, gave me a derisive laugh, mocking me. In the past, I would have mouthed off to these people. I would have attacked these people for being idiots, for being stupid, for being childish. And then keep in mind, these were grown men. They had to be in their 30s, at the very least, late 20s, but I doubt that. And my response to them was glad I could amuse somebody. And I went on about my life. Now, of course, the resentments remain. Now, what does this have to do with not eating meat? What does this have to do with being a vegetarian? Why am I going off on this tangent? Because not getting involved in the poison, toxicity, and negativity of this world is a very important component to living a simple life. Just like not eating the flesh of tortured, innocent beings helps to simplify my life. To simplify your life means to cut back on the garbage you put into your life. Whether that is through physical consumption of food or drink, or choosing to be involved in the madness that goes on in this world. As I go older, as I get older, as I grow older with time, I become more mellow. And I give credit not to myself for this, but for saying the name of Amitabha Buddha. What inspired me to make this video today was I was listening to a chant of Amitabha Buddha's name in Vietnamese, Namo Aida Phat. That's why I titled this Namo Aida Phat. And the music was beautiful. And it was smooth. And I had been obsessing about these two idiots. But I changed my focus to the name of Amitabha Buddha. In the same way, in much of the same way, it is not hard to become a vegetarian. I just changed my preference from eating dead animals to eating a more and more plant-based diet. After a while, that's the only thing you consider to be food. I remember once I was going to a Sweet Tomatoes restaurant, and that was basically a buffet that served mainly salads. They had meat dishes as well, but there was an old country couple next to me, and I thought the lady next to me started trying to chat with me as I had my tray, and we were just kind of going along cafeteria style. It was serve yourself, but it was in a line, and I was dishing up some salad or broccoli or something, and she said, "Yeah, I'm going to wait till we get further down and I'm going to get some real food." And I guess by real food, she meant chicken or tuna or something with beef in it, like beef stroganoff or whatever. To a lot of people, this mentality is passed down from generation to generation. I know in my family, growing up in Texas, you really didn't have a meal unless you had some kind of meat. Because if you didn't have meat, you didn't have any protein. You needed protein. And of course, protein was meat. I commented to someone yesterday, I said, that's the first thing they always ask you, or usually ask you when they find out you're a vegetarian is, where do you get your protein from? And of course, my response is food. Everything has protein in it. Broccoli, tomatoes, wheat noodles, rice noodles, rice, tempeh, soybeans. All these things have protein. Now, since I eat mostly a vegan diet, I take a B12 supplement just to make sure I'm getting all my nutrients. But that's it. I don't need to take a bunch of expensive supplements. I take a B12 supplement every day. And I've been doing that for quite a number of years now. And it's not hard. One of the things my sensei, Josho Adrian, talks about a lot, and it has helped me a lot, is changing my focus from my negative thoughts to Amitabha Buddha. And listening to a YouTube video of Amitabha Buddha the name of Amitabha Buddha being recited, or a Dharma lesson on Amitabha Buddha, is a phenomenal way to change your focus from something negative to something positive. There's so much violence, there's so many jerks in the world today. Very few people are interested in the spiritual path. There are a lot of people like those two drunks, those two obnoxious drunks, who just want to make money so they can get drunk, so they can screw, so they can eat whatever the hell they feel like eating. Usually a big porterhouse steak. I guess that makes a lot of people feel important. And treating people however the hell they want to treat people. I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm starting to realize this is their option. I don't go on sites where people do recipes with meat and troll them. I don't attack people in public for the choices they make. As long as their choices don't affect me directly, I don't attack them for it. But I don't join them in their stupidity. There are people on both sides of the political spectrum that will attack others if they feel that they're not following the mandates of their political party, whether it's the left or the right. And all you're doing in a case like that, just like the two jerks did yesterday, is you're creating hatred, you're causing chaos, you're fomenting resentment, and you're causing pain in the lives of others. In other words, you're disturbing the peace, you're disrupting the harmony of life. And there's so little of it in this day and age. And I cherish the simple harmony of life. But there are a lot of people that feel that it is their job to destroy the mundane. I remember seeing an article from some, I guess he was in California, some ritzy chef was stupid enough to go online and brag that he would put meat broth in vegan dishes that he would serve people in his restaurant. First of all, that's an asshole thing to do. Also, it's a very stupid thing to go online and admit it because you can be sued, and I hope people did sue him for that. But also, there's a childish need in a lot of so-called adults to create chaos. I don't argue with people. I don't debate people on their choices to eat meat or animal products, and I refuse to get drawn into a debate on why I choose not to eat animal products. Just like I refuse to get drawn into a debate on religion. I found Amitabha Buddha, my answer, my life, my world, my happiness. What's there to argue about? I found what I was looking for, period. End of discussion. Now, if anyone's interested in finding out about Amitabha Buddha, I am more than happy to talk. Talk, not debate, but talk about my relationship, my personal relationship with Amitabha Buddha. But honestly, The only reason I would attack or hurt another person would be if they were attacking me or someone I love. Otherwise, I am pretty much a hermit in my daily life. I live a simple life, focused on Aida Phat, Amitabul, Amitofo, Amida Butsu. My life is a life lived of trying to focus, change my focus, not hold my focus, but change my focus from whatever crap is going on in my mind or my emotions to Amitabha Buddha, either by saying his name, by focusing on an image of him, by worshiping him and saying thank you in my heart, or by the choices I make in life. One of those choices that I do to worship as an act of worship and respect to Amitabha Buddha, and that's not me, it's not the standard for Jodo Shinshu or Buddhism in general, but I choose to make my choice to live a vegetarian lifestyle an act of devotion to Amitabha Buddha. I have taken the Bodhisattva vow. Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to save them all. That's part of the Bodhisattva vow. And by seeking to respect that in my life, in my personal choices, I seek to respect Amitabha Buddha because Amitabha Buddha is the Buddha of infinite light and life. And when someone respects Amitabha Buddha, they respect all Buddhas because all Buddhas praise the name of Amitabha Buddha. I believe this wholeheartedly as a Pure Land Jodo Shinshu Buddhist. And so I'm very proud of myself for once. I didn't seek revenge on these guys. I felt resentment afterward because that's just how my mind works. But in a way, I guess I should thank them because they were so obnoxious and childish yesterday to me. This has forced me to seek Amitabha Buddha's presence in my life today. This has forced me to get on this YouTube channel and share with you the importance of living a simple life, the importance of respecting all life. And by all life, I'm not just talking about animals, I'm talking about all life, human beings in general, human beings included. And that includes also being seen and unseen. Because I believe that we live in a dimensional reality. I believe that there are other worlds, other realms, other dimensions that we encounter each and every day of our lives, most of the time not even being aware of it or refusing to see it. So when I hear about a vegan activist slandering someone for their dietary choices, or mocking and laughing at someone because they have cancer after years of eating a diet rich in fatty foods and animal byproducts, I say to myself, this is not a vegan because vegans respect all life. I want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people with no ethics or morals who think being part of the problem is cool. I thought that when I was a kid, and so I was a bitter, rebellious asshole kid, and that's all it made me look like was a little punk thug. I didn't accomplish anything. Maybe it helped me to break free eventually, but I didn't move out of my parents' house till I was nearly 30 years old because of the psychological manipulation I received, the control, the psychological imprisonment that made me afraid to go out on my own. But now that I serve and focus on the Buddha Amitabha, the Buddha of infinite light and life, I want to promote life and light, not darkness and death. I want to do that with my behavior. Hopefully, with time, I will, through changing my focus, find that my thoughts follow suit and that I focus automatically on the light and not on the darkness. I'm finding that more and more. Haven't gotten there yet, but I'm focusing more and more. But like I said, another thing that helps is choosing not to promote death in what I bring into my body physically, not just emotionally, not just through my focus. Animals go through horrible tortures, confinement, psychological torment, unspeakable pain, humiliation, degradation, cruelty before they hit the market, until before their flesh is torn into little bite-sized pieces and fillets and wrapped in plastic to stink in the meat aisle of our grocery stores. Whenever I go grocery shopping, it makes me sick to my stomach to go by the meat aisle. The stench, it sickens me now. I guess when I was young, it was normal because I grew up in Texas, beef country. But unlike the woman in line next to me long ago at Sweet Tomatoes, to me, meat is not real food. It's carnage. It's the rotting flesh of an animal that's been tortured, that's been ripped from its bones and wrapped in plastic and called fresh. As it sits there in the refrigeration case, stinking and rotting, injected with hormones, injected with who knows what. It's so unnecessary. You don't need meat to survive. You don't need meat to be healthy. But more importantly, animals don't need you to support an industry of torture, brutality, and murder. So, as I honor Amitabha Buddha as best I can in my own pitiful way, I say Namo Ayida Phat. Homage to the Buddha of infinite light and life, Amitabha Buddha. Thank you, Amitabha Buddha. for all you do in my life, for being my life, for being my strength, and for being my hope. Namo Amida Butsu.